Throughout history, certain ideas have emerged that are so fundamental, so simple yet powerful that they become the roots from which countless other concepts and innovations grow. These are what we call basic ideas. They are not just inventions or discoveries, but foundational ways of thinking or organizing that change the course of human development. Often these ideas cannot be traced to a single individual. Instead, they arise collectively, shaping societies and influencing generations. In this video, we'll explore what makes an idea truly basic, how such ideas have transformed humanity, and why understanding them is essential for our future. Let's begin with two of the most iconic examples, the use of fire and the invention of the wheel. No one can say exactly who first harnessed fire or shaped the first wheel, but these breakthroughs were monumental. Fire gave early humans warmth, protection, and the ability to cook food, fundamentally altering daily life and survival. The wheel, on the other hand, revolutionized transportation and trade, making it possible to move goods and people efficiently. Both ideas are so deeply embedded in our civilization that it's hard to imagine life without them. They are the building blocks upon which countless other advancements have been made. Basic ideas come from scientific discovery. Take, for example, the concept of a disease vector. Carlos Juan Finlay's work on yellow fever and the Aedes aegypti mosquito introduced the idea that an organism could transmit disease without being affected itself. This insight, now known as the theory of vectorial transmission, transformed medicine and public health. Similarly, Louis Pasteur's development of the vaccine using weakened organisms to build immunity has saved countless lives. These scientific ideas are not just technical achievements, they have reshaped how societies approach health and disease. Basic ideas also drive economic and industrial change. Consider mass production, famously implemented by Henry Ford in the automobile industry. Ford's inspiration came from observing the efficiency of slaughterhouses, where work was divided into simple, repeatable tasks. By applying this principle to car manufacturing, Ford made vehicles affordable for millions. Mass production became a cornerstone of modern industry, influencing everything from electronics to food. It's a perfect example of how a simple, powerful idea can reshape entire economies and societies. One of the oldest and most persistent basic ideas is the hierarchical structure of society. Imagine an inverted tree. The root at the top holds the greatest power while branches below lose autonomy and authority as they spread. This model has been used in armies, monarchies, religious organizations, and more. It centralizes control, limits horizontal communication, and rewards loyalty to those above. While it can be effective for organization and control, it also creates barriers to innovation and communication between different parts of society. Throughout history, hierarchical systems have shaped civilizations. In ancient Egypt, the pharaoh stood at the top, followed by priests, military leaders, and finally, the general population and slaves. Similar structures appeared in kingdoms, religious institutions, and empires worldwide. These hierarchies concentrated power in the hands of a few, often at the expense of the many. While they provide stability and order, they also limited social mobility and innovation, reinforcing the status quo. Hierarchical systems are not without their flaws. Communication between different branches is often restricted, making it hard for new ideas to spread. Rewards tend to go to those who support the top, while opposition is marginalized. Sometimes the system functions well even if the leader is ineffective, as seen in Belgium's 541 days without an elected government. The masses fulfilling their roles can keep society running smoothly. Still, the rigidity of hierarchy can stifle creativity and slow progress. Even today, hierarchical structures are deeply embedded in our institutions. From corporations to governments, the model persists. While it brings order and efficiency, it can also perpetuate inequality and limit participation. The challenge is to balance the benefits of hierarchy with the need for openness and innovation. Understanding this tension is key to building better systems for the future. Major turning point in history came with the creation of the United States system of government. For the first time, a parallel multi-organ order was established, the separation of powers. The legislative, executive, and judicial branches operate independently, supported by the Constitution and its amendments. This system was designed to prevent the concentration of power and encourage checks and balances. The press, often called the fourth branch, plays a crucial role in holding the others accountable. This new idea fostered rapid economic and scientific progress, especially in the U.S. Separation of powers helped fuel the growth of capitalism and technical innovation in the United States. By preventing any one branch from dominating, the system encouraged competition and creativity. However, it did not eliminate the influence of economic power. Wealthy individuals and corporations continued to wield significant influence, often shaping policy behind the scenes. The two-party system further entrenched this dynamic, ensuring that those in power often answered to economic interests. Despite political reforms, true power often remains in the hands of the wealthy. Economic power is rarely subject to democratic control. The richest families and corporations operate with significant autonomy, shaping society in ways that elected officials cannot always counter. This concentration of wealth and influence perpetuates inequality and can even drive conflict and war. As economist Thomas Piketty notes, capital income tends to outpace economic growth, making the rich richer over time. Attempts to create alternative systems, such as real socialism in the Soviet Union and its allies, ultimately failed. These societies replaced one hierarchy with another, often even more rigid and centralized. Economic stagnation and lack of innovation were common despite claims of scientific progress. External pressures and internal inefficiencies both contributed to their collapse. The lesson is clear: simply replacing one hierarchy with another does not solve the underlying problems of power and inequality. But what can be done to create a more just and balanced society? The answer may lie in generating a new basic idea, one that combines economic viability with social justice. This would mean valuing both effort and results, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to contribute according to their abilities, while also recognizing the importance of fair rewards. Such a system would need to address both material and spiritual needs, acknowledging that true satisfaction comes from more than just wealth. One proposed solution is to dismantle the political party system and allow citizens to vote directly for their leaders at every level. This would eliminate intermediaries and make governance more responsive to the people. While this idea may seem utopian, striving for more functional, peaceful, and competitive societies is a worthy goal. Achieving this will require new socioeconomic theories that explain and guide the evolution of human organization beyond traditional hierarchies. Summary: the history of humanity is shaped by basic ideas, simple, powerful concepts that redefine what is possible. From fire and the wheel to mass production and the separation of powers, these ideas have driven progress and shaped societies. Yet the challenge remains: how do we generate new basic ideas that promote fairness, innovation, and well-being for all? As we look to the future, understanding the impact of these foundational concepts will help us build a better world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of humanity's core ideas.